My name's Jay from PFG Detailing. I detail cars. This is a Range Rover that comes in every single week. And if I've got a chance to go live, I do. So here I am. And if you're live, it'll be a good chance to just come and have a chat with you. And if you're watching later on, thank you for joining. And please hit the subscribe button to watch live. I like to talk about all the different products that I use, why I do things, answer questions about detailing that you might have. There's nothing to hide. I'm not after anything except your subscription and your view. Couldn't get any more honest than that, could you? So these are from Hydro. I've got one with a normal sprayer and one, you see the nozzles are different? This one's for foam. So that one has got dual auto care nitty gritty mixed at 10 to 1. And this has got dual axis, a wheel cleaner, mixed also at 10 to 1. Got a lot of dual products here today, actually. This is an Easy Detail Go brush, and I use this mostly for just cleaning inside the arches. This one brush I've had for about 6 years. It does not give up. So you should treat yourself to one of these from wherever you buy your supplies from. Also, I've got a dual tire brush. So if you're someone that likes to put tire shine on the tires, then you can clean the tires first. Why not? It means that when you do actually come to the stage of putting tires down in the car, tires, that you're given that protection or shine best chance of actually working, because it'll be you blaming the company that, oh, it's not working. Didn't last very long, wasn't shiny. Yeah, but did you clean the tires? No. Well, help us out a little bit, guys. Anyway, Detail Factory wheel brush. This is very soft. You can see it looks a bit limp there, doesn't it? But it's a great brush for cleaning wheels. And these ones being gloss black, doesn't matter what you do to them over time, they are going to scratch. So I try to use the softest brushes I can on any wheels, but definitely this style of wheel being gloss black. Now, these ones are absolutely mullered. They all need restoration. So it's not that I'm going heavier with them, but they all need restoring. And I've told the client this, they know that. They know. One of the other brushes that I like to use, my favourite to say, is this is a big hairy ball brush. And all I've got in here in the wheel bucket is pH neutral shampoo. It's Bahama Blue from Dual Auto Care. And I just like the fact that it's got lots of suds, it makes it more slick. And in my mind, makes it better to clean with. So let's see, I'm not doing a deep clean of the barrels today. That we do about once a month on this car. Right, okay. How do I get diesel soot off my car without harming the paint? Diesel soot. Well, I always use a few different things, but an alkaline cleaner is exactly where I'd start. So if you use a snow foam, make sure it's an alkaline one. If you've got a pre-wash, again, the chances are that that's going to be alkaline. If that doesn't work, you can try citrus. If that doesn't work, you can try tar and glue remover. If that doesn't work, I mean, there's lots of different things, but basically, I think it's going to be a really good alkaline cleaner that's going to get that soot off the car. I wouldn't want to put anything on there that's too strong, but it will come off. Worst comes to the worst, you can use a clay bar, but it depends what chemicals you've got at the start before I would actually move to mechanical decontamination. One of the other things I've got under the tyres, I don't know if you can see this, there's something under here like a little plate. It's called a rim mat, and it lifts the tyre just enough. So when I use a tyre brush, I can get underneath there a little bit better. And of course, when I put tyre shine on the tyres, it just makes it that much easier. You can see I've got them under all the wheels. So let's see, would you rather one versus one a tiger or a bear? Uh, as in, who would I put my money on? Bit of a random question for a Sunday morning. No idea. What would you go for? I like these random questions, but that is definitely one of the most random, and so early on in this live event too. Right, okay, so I've got lots of different brushes here, depending on what wheels I'm doing. That's just some of them. And you get these little things that go on the side of buckets to keep all of your brushes in. Do yourself a favour, keep the 10 or 15 quid, go out and buy yourself a bucket for £1. But yeah, I think even if someone was to give me one of those, and I get a lot of products sent to me, I'd find it really difficult to say to you guys, don't spend 15 quid on this, but you could just go and buy a bucket for £1 and put all your brushes in it. And yeah, I think you see what I'm saying. I'd rather tell you the things that actually go on than not. 157 people here. Hello, welcome. Not a single like. I hope I've got some subscriptions from there. Right, so this is the foamer. This is from Hydro. They're both from Hydro, but that one is a sprayer and this one is a foam sprayer. So I'm going to use this just on the tyres. If you've got an APC or an all-purpose cleaner in there, and it's called Dual Nitty Gritty. This is a wheel cleaner, non-acidic. Oh, look how easy that goes on there. And that will do a lot of the work for me. Right, okay, back to the brushes. Easy Detail Go Brush. And again, I use this one mainly for doing under the arches. Very rarely do I actually use this one for wheels. And the reason is I've got another one here that goes into the wheels, and that one is more flexible and it kind of scrunches down, whereas this one just won't. And it gets between places like the wheelbarrow and the brake caliper, whereas that one, where you can see, it just won't. Okay, time for the tyre brush. Both ends. If money was no object, what car would you love to have? For me personally, that would be a 911, Porsche 911 Turbo. I wouldn't care if you deliver it to me in pink. I'm still going to have it. Absolutely love that car. What ones would all of you guys have? Right. So for those of you that have just joined and you didn't see me doing the first wheel, the reason I'm cleaning the tyres is quite simply because imagine the whole car was clean, but the tyres were muddy. For a start, that's not really particularly good, is it? I'm charging a client for this stuff. But also, when you use tyre shine, it's so much better to have a clean wheel. Tyre even. This is a Detail Factory wheel brush. It's very soft. So on these gloss black wheels, which if any of you have got gloss black wheels, you might have seen that they scratch very easily. So I like to use, not on just these wheels, but all wheels, the softest brushes I can, because I don't want to inflict any scratches. I'm telling you now, with all the will in the world, doesn't matter who you are, if you clean your wheels thoroughly, they are going to scratch. It's just the black will show up much, much more. I wish that wasn't the case, but it is. A daily driver, Mark III Jetta TDI that I ride hard. And what does that mean? Put up with? You drive it hard. Why do you do that to your poor car? Big hairy ball brush. They've sold out now, but they're from a place called Fallen Angel. And that's where I get my microfibers too. And this brush is brilliant. It's good for getting around all of the badges and little nooks and crannies as well. So, and it's very, very soft. So I've got no fear of actually scratching anything with that. One of my favorites. Okay, pressure wash this off. Now I'm going to do the next two wheels. And what I'm going to do after that, after the two wheels, is to slow foam the bodywork. We're going to let that rest in there for a while. And that will get rid of a hell of a lot of dirt already on the car. So what the slow foam will do, it's an alkaline slow foam, and it will emulsify the dirt on the surface. It'll make it easier to clean it and remove a lot of the dirt. So when I do actually do the manual wash with a microfiber, there's less chance of there being any kind of grit on the car and scratching it. Now you can see that tire looks nice and black, and you can see how dirty the car really is. So yeah, good. That's why I clean the tires. 245 people. Thank you very much. We have hit a massive target for me, which was the most people I've ever had on here is 225. So to all 245 of you, now 189 for some reason, I'm still absolutely over the moon because I know that we have hit that target. So yeah, big, genuine, massive thank you. And for everyone that's talking, subscribing, hitting the like button, all three of you, I'm sure we can do better than that. Then yeah, thank you very much. I'm asking for nothing other than a subscription and a like. And please come in and have a chat. I don't want your money. Keep your money. It's Christmas. We've all spent way too much. Keep your money. I just want to show you what I do at work and have a chat with you. Much love from the USA. Good day. I get a lot of people in from America and I absolutely love it, and all over America as well. So thank you for joining. And I'm sure out of the 194 people that are in here, I'll bet there's a load more from America. So whereabouts are you from in America? Burning at both ends, which sounds quite exciting actually. What are you doing burning a candle at both ends? So this again is from Hydro UK, both of them. This one just hasn't got a sticker on it. This one's got an all-purpose cleaner in there called Jewel Nitty Gritty, mixed at 10 to 1. And I use that for the tyres, as you can see. Right, this one has a foaming nozzle, and this one, as you can see, has a normal spray nozzle. And you'll see the difference. So this one's got dual axis, so wheel cleaner, non-acidic, mixed at 10 to 1. And that's how easy it is to get the product on there. Okay. Time again, the Easy Detail Go Brush. I like to do this to try and loosen up some of that mud that's in there. Don't know what it's like where you are in the world, but in England at the minute, the roads are pretty rubbish. 263. Oh, I am loving that. That means that we have massively broke my last record of 245 people. So again, I only said it 5 minutes ago. Thank you very much. But thank you very much for absolutely every single one of you that's here joining me today. I genuinely, really, really appreciate it. Let me let you in on a little secret. Not only do I want to grow this channel, like I have done with my TikTok and Facebook. Facebook, I've got 25,000 followers. On my TikTok, I've got 19,000, and I've been growing my YouTube channel for about 6 months, and it's gone from about 130 to I don't know what it is now actually. Close to 3,000, I think it is, maybe. So what happens is I like going live, and I go live often because I like coming and having a chat with you and just showing you all the little things that actually go on. If something goes wrong, you're going to see it live. When things go right, obviously that's better. But also, just like some of you might be trying, I want to get monetized on YouTube. All the videos and time that I spent on here, if they want to pay me for it, thank you very much. So I've got 3,000 hours. Well, when it updates, I'll have 3,000 hours. I need 4,000. So every time I go live, it adds about 100 hours to that, something like that. So you need to tell me if this is just not interesting to you. But I like to tell you everything that's going on in my head. Tom, is the Tom, the one and only original? Is that right? How are you doing, Tom? We haven't had a long chat in quite a while. I know you popped in the other day, but how you been? Have you had a good Christmas? How's the family? Arizona, Parker, Broadtown. I don't know Arizona very much at all, but I bet it's warmer than here, isn't it, Arizona? And welcome. Thank you for being here. Who else in here is from America in here? I know that there's going to be a lot more. I know that once I get started on here, America starts to wake up, and I've had some of you guys on here. Feliz vlogs. Hello, Feliz. Happy vlogs. Is that what that means? Feliz vlogs. Are you Spanish? The one and only. Good, good, good. I'm not bad. Christmas was good. Felt ill while I was cooking the dinner, which is typical. Do you know, every everyone I speak to at the moment, everyone's been quite unwell. So I hope you all get well soon. My one tip for all of you is try turmeric milk. You might not like the way it tastes, but turmeric milk, a little bit of pepper, just you can Google how good it is for things like colds and flus and snivelly noses and etc. It's fantastic. But my Christmas was relatively quiet, but really good. Spent it with my family, my nieces, and yeah, couldn't have asked for any more. Absolutely, absolutely wonderful. Thank you. How much do you earn, bro? Yeah, I earn enough to have a decent life. I've earned more in other jobs, put it that way. If you want to get into detailing, do it because you love it. You might earn a few quid, you might not. I've earned more doing other work, put it that way, but I absolutely loved it. Good morning from Indiana, from Andrea Marie. Hello, hello, all the way to India. Thank you for being here. Not just thank you for being here, but thank you for commenting and joining in. I really, really do appreciate that. I want to talk to as many of you as possible. So thank you, Andrea Marie. What time is it over there in America? It's got to be early in the morning. Let's see what Tom said. Right, so after this wheel, I've got one more wheel left. Then I'm going to slow phone the car, let that dwell, get rid of a lot of the dirt that's already on there. These stones absolutely bug me in the tyres. A lot of you think that they're a fix when I remove them, but they're not. They bug me. What's Tom said? Uh, I'll never get. It's just my little boy. I'm going to preschool. Is always getting ill. Yeah, I'm not surprised, unfortunately. Just like really spicy food, plenty of Reaper chilies. Wow, you really? What are you doing eating all of those? Arizona can be 123 in August, September. We interns in. Oh my word! I can honestly say I've never experienced that kind of heat before. That is phenomenal. The most I've had is, well, not that kind of heat, but the humidity in Singapore is unreal. Bro, I'm a car enthusiast and love cars. I hope you are too. So, can you please tell me your favorite car? Sparsh, yeah, absolutely. Thank you for being here. I do love cars. I don't know a hell of a lot about them like I used to. What did you say? Was it my favorite car? My favorite car. I'm going to say again a Porsche 911 Turbo. But to be honest with you, I've got cars that are my favorite for different reasons. So, I mean, if you look at a 1950s Mercedes 300 SL, that is the classiest car on the road, and that would be my favorite. But would I want to own one and live with it? Nope. The Porsche, I would. So, yeah, there's different reasons for a car being my favorite. What do all of you guys like? 8:50, 5:57 a.m. Yeah, I knew it was going to be early. Well, thank you for joining me at 6 o'clock in the morning, Andrea. Yeah, that is quite special to be on YouTube watching me at that time in the morning. If it's any consolation, it's 11 o'clock here, and I'm going to be here, I reckon, for the next hour, hour and a half. I have already done the interior of the car. I don't really do interiors live for the sheer fact the lighting's no good. You can't see what I'm doing. There's noise. And it just is not that enjoyable for anyone. Still, 260 people in here, so thank you very much. Parker is mountain stand to 4 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning from Dean. Jesus, that is really early. What are you doing up at this time? All right. And is this the calm before the storm, before everyone has a good new year? I think it will be. It's the it's the Reaper Jam my missus bought me. I don't think she realised. Do you know, I've got so much water on the camera. Let me just do that. That's better. I can read it now. The hottest chilies, yes, they are. I want to clean the car, but it's easier when the little ones at school. No, it absolutely is. What did you get that jam for Christmas, Tom? And what was it? No, I'm not going to ask that question. I'm not going to ask that question. Not live with 200 people on here. Reasons are the best part reasons are the best part of that car question. Reasons, I'm not sure I understand that. Sorry. Bro, I love your work and the way you answer my questions without ignoring it like others. Yeah, I don't ignore people. If I miss something, please forgive me. But I don't ignore people. I think that's rude. If you're here watching me, giving me your time, the least I can do is give you my time. I'm gonna thank you very much for the subscription. Yeah, I'd love a load more of those from all of you. Thank you very much. My favourite car is a JDM car, LS350 or LS400. Is an LS? Is that the Lexus? Is that the one that is? But Tom will know. Tom Robinson, that's in here. We've spoken a hell of a lot. And although this is the most I've ever had on here, yeah, it's just beat it again. 271 people on YouTube. The most I've had on TikTok is 1,500 people watching, interacting with me, and I absolutely love it. Can I keep up with 1,500 people in the comments? Nope. But I do my absolute best. It's important to me. Back in the chat, PFG, holiday, green line. How you doing? Good to see you again. You got it for Father's Day. Update on new golf. It's being made currently. So, wow, you're waiting so long. It must be over a year that you've been waiting for that car now, isn't it, Tom? What is their reason for just taking so long to get that car to you from South Africa? Wow. Don't know that I've spoken to many people from South Africa on here, but welcome. Thank you for joining us and hello all the way there. You are right. Thanks. I love it when someone says them right. Thank you, Tom. Thank you. I really appreciate that, Tom, massively. And I do like to interact with as many people as possible, answer questions that you might have, no matter how random they might be. Some of you are really random. You ask me things like, "What's your shoe size?" I'm like, "Do you really want to know what my shoe size is?" I think it's because one person was going to send me boots, and that is not a hint to anyone. Please don't send me boots. I've got boots. Or he was just weird and asked me what my shoe size is. I don't know. 6'3", 200. Found the 2011 Infinity. You're 6'3" and 290 pounds. Um, you're a big chap, then, aren't you? I wouldn't want to get in trouble with you. 73 Chevy Camaro. There's a lot of American cars which I can't picture in my head, unfortunately. Being from the UK, we don't get a lot of American cars. Happy New Year. Yeah, absolutely. To absolutely every single one of you, Happy New Year. And I am going to be here on Christmas Eve, actually. I'm picking up a Porsche 911, an older one. I can't remember exactly what one it is, but it's a Porsche 911. It's grey and he's a bit of a regular customer. He doesn't use the car that often, so it's not like it's in every week or even every month, but he likes his cars taken care of. He brings in his Porsche Macan, I think he's got, um, and also his i3. But yeah, so if any of you are around on the 31st, I will be live in the morning, cleaning the car. Why not? American Graffiti T-Bird is my favourite car. I'm going to need to Google that one. My cousin owns one. What year is Susanna Summers driving? And is it Andrea or Andrea Marie? I think it's Andrea Marie. I don't know that car. I have no idea what it is. But if you've got a picture of one, I mean, because I don't always remember, to be honest with you. So after this, I can't remember all of the comments, unfortunately. But feel free to send me, any of you, by the way, feel free to send me a message on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok. If you've got any questions that maybe you're a bit too shy to put in the comments, you want me to see a car, ask for advice on your cars, then I'm more than happy to help. But send me a direct message because I know you can't send me a direct message on here, but you can on those other platforms. And to find me, I'm quite simply PFG detailing across the board. Ordered it in July. Parts coming from Ukraine. So that, oh, right, okay. Enough said on that one, Tom. I think didn't the world get most of their kit from that area of the world? But actually, I'm from India and I own a Hyundai Alcazar. I don't know that car either. That's another new one. Can you please suggest me a tire? To be honest with you, you definitely don't want me recommending tires because I have absolutely no idea. You'll need a professional tire man to tell you what tires to get for that. I have absolutely no clue. And that's the thing. If I can't answer a question, I'll tell you. You don't want me to answer it. Uh, but, I used to have a Mustang GT 500. Okay, that's a serious car. That is. That's a really serious car, Joshua. What happened to it? Where is it now? Just wondering, what's your order for cleaning exterior? Do you pressure wash first, stow foam, agitate? Right, you're going to see that right now, Joshua 93. So the car has got nothing on the outside other than dirt. What I'm going to do is use an alkaline snow foam. I'm going to let it dwell, pressure wash it off. Then I'm going to clean the car. But the way that I do things will be different to you because I use spotless water. And what that means is I don't have to dry the car because I won't get any water spots on the car. What it is, I've got a reverse osmosis system just here, that tiny little bluish looking thing there. That's 1,000 litre water tank. And then I've got another filter that goes onto the Karcher, and I don't get water spots. So then the kind of protection that I put on a car will depend on a number of different things. So I'd need to find out a little bit more about your setup, what you want to achieve, and then I can make a recommendation to you. But the start of that is mostly right. So you're going to see exactly what's going on right now. You have a Mustang. You guys have all got fantastic cars. So I'm just drying my phone. Click on PFG name at the top. Yes, please. Hit the like button. Yes, please. See if we can get to 50 likes. Thank you, Tom. My target is 80 likes because I've never had 80 likes before. But thank you very much. And Tom, I've got a few. Let me see if this works. Tom Robinson. There we go. Tom, I hope you don't mind. I've just given you a new job as a just in case. Right, okay. And you can pin your own comments if you wanted to. Right, I did. Mr. X, how are you doing, Mr. X? I did have a really good Christmas, thank you, and I hope you did too. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. So a lot of you won't know Joe that's typing right here, but Joe brings a few cars in regularly, and yeah, can confirm my system doesn't leave water spots, which is why sometimes when I give you advice, I need to think what you're all up to. What's your favourite grit of sandpaper? 2000. What's this new job? The new job? You've just become a moderator. That's why you've got a little spanner next to your name. That's your new job. You, bro, which car do you own? I'd love to know. Oh, you won't want to know what cars I've got. Well, you might want to. The first one I've got that I never drive is a BMW 320i convertible, which I'm not a fan of, I have to say. And I'll show you what car I've got. That's my car right there, the Mini Cooper S E. It's an electric Mini. And that's why some of you do or don't like the car, but I love it to bits. No way working on a Sunday. Yeah, why not? They were supposed to be in on Friday, but they never picked up the phone. Right, okay. So this is an alkaline snow foam. This snow foam is called Dual Salt, and I'm using a dual snow foam cannon too. And I've got a little bit of protection on this car, which is why you can see it building already. So can you see the paint's trying to fight it off in some areas? That's because I've got protection on. You can see on the glass at the top, it's fighting it. So if you've got protection on the car, you can see again the glass is fighting the snow foam that's on there. And that's a good thing. It means that the car will stay cleaner for longer. It's easier to clean. And just why not protect your paint? It's really quite quick and easy to do. Put some on the roof. There we go. Lovely. I've just missed that comment. I lost the comment. Let me try and get that comment. Dry my hands. My brother married one from England. There's big trucks, and they said a lot small. The trucks here are much, much smaller. Yes, they are. I've seen a lot of cars on your channel. So how much? I've got two cars, but the cars that you see on my channel, they're not mine. I detail other people's cars. I wish some of them were mine. I wish a lot of them were mine, but they're not. So yeah, that's just unfortunate for me, I guess. Sound was in and out there. Oh, sorry about that. I know that it's because of these, but I do my best. So, but thanks for letting me know, Tom. And it's on the list of things to do. Conventional cars seem to be very low on the ground, getting in and comfortable. A Lincoln Continental as a square body, one of my favorite four-door cars, suicide doors. Yeah, the suicide doors are quite good. I can't picture that car because again, it's an American one, and we really don't have many American cars on the road here. But I do like an American V8, and it's the kind of thing that if I'm driving along in my electric car that makes no noise, and I see an American V8 go past, the music goes off, I wind down the windows, rain or shine, I have to listen to that engine because they are fantastic. Get a last little bit of slow time on that. Now, snow foam will emulsify the dirt on the car, and I'll be able to remove a lot of the dirt without putting a hand to it. And that's what you want to do to prevent scratches, to be honest with you. So I'm going to answer a few more questions while I let that just dwell on the car for a while. And every time you change one of these out, so look, you put one of these new nozzles in there, push that on there, you fire it away from the car. If you don't do that and it shoots out and hits the paint and dents it and takes a chip out of the paint, don't say I didn't warn you. Right, okay. Do I have a dream favourite car? Porsche 911 Turbo. That seems to be the question of the day. But if any of you want to club together out of the 260 out of you, Porsche 911 Turbo, I don't care if you deliver it in that colour, I'm still going to drive it and enjoy it. Have you ever found that our choice in cars or trucks are extensions of a driver's personality? Mm, never thought about that. We're getting quite philosophical here, so I'm not sure, but quite possibly, yeah, they could be. So my boss was a Ram. Oh, in this country, he's got a Ram, Tom. That is a nice looking car. Wonder what that driver uses signals and parks. Do you know what? I've been in the car with these guys and they are good. Your boyfriend has a Ram truck. What engine is in the Ram truck? I'm thinking it's got to be like a V8 or something. Notice you opened the door slightly while snow foaming. I did. I'll show you the reason why. If you look just down here, when I open the door slightly, that comes out and I have to get the snow foam on there. So now when it's shut, you'll see that that should go in a minute. There we go. So I need to get the snow foam on there and clean it. That's all it is. And in fact, I can use a brush and clean that in a minute. I've been in the business a year now and looking for advice on how to make my job easier because I spend too much time mopping. Darren, send me a direct message on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok at PFG's Detailing. We've got a lot to go into there. Have a Mercedes, love a Mercedes. I used to have one, but we had to get rid of it because of all the different weird charges that we've got in and around London. Let's not get into politics, but had to get rid of it. A Hemi. Uh, I don't know. I don't know what that is, Andrew. A 5.7 Hemi. All right. Is that supercharged as well? Have a Bronco V8, and I'm from Scotland. Bring it down from Scotland. Let me have a look at it just to hear it. I'll clean it for free if you do that. From PB05, I'm pretty good, thank you. How are you doing? Right, this is an easy detail go brush, and that's what I'm going to use to clean this step. It's absolutely covered in mud, obviously because of where it is on the car, and it's the easiest way to clean something of that size. So there we go, and I'm also obviously going to pressure wash it off. It's a badass motor. No, I bet it is. American cars really are. But sometimes, not anymore, but sometimes, I don't know how you guys have got some of the best looking cars, the best sounding cars. And I'm talking specifically about the what is it called? Oh my God, I've forgotten what car it is. It's a V8 car, a Viper, Dodge Viper. How did you guys get so few horsepower out of such a massive engine? And it's one of my favourite cars. It's not like that these days, and I don't know what you guys think of the Dodge Viper, but back in the day, I loved that car. You just need to squeeze a few more horsepower out of it. Nicky Dunn, the pro tip in being a detailer with attention to detail. That's what detailing is all about to me. Attention to detail. My Mercedes has a V8. Is that like one of the AMG ones to have a V8 in it? No supercharger on the Ram unless it's the new TRX, which is 6.2, 700 horsepower. Either you all know about American cars or there's a lot of American people in here, which either way is brilliant. It's an education for me. Right, okay, time to do some pressure washing. Let me try and bring you in a bit closer. Hopefully, I won't spritz the phone. Where am I based? I'm based in Romford in Essex, which is in the UK. Right. So there is a very, very light protection on this car. It's not got a ceramic coating or anything like that. The last time I did that much work for this particular client, 6 weeks after me finishing the car, someone broke into their home and stole the car off their driveway. And they just felt gutted. So when they bought this one, they're like, no, we're not doing it again. Even though they love the car, they just don't want to go through that hassle again. Lo and behold, that car was found a few months later, only a few miles away. You would have thought that that car would not last 5 minutes, that it would be lost in the system, but it wasn't. Let me get rid of some of the slow foam. I don't know why. This is my OCD getting me. I have to get rid of the slow foam, even though I haven't taken off the car off yet. Right, so I'm going to show you how much the slow foam removes before I even do any work on the car. This should be really easy. TRX is the RAM on steroids, really. Help, what's help, bro? Help me. All right, we're all here to help. There's 217 of you. What do you need? Right, okay. Let me see if I can show you how much difference this actually makes. Right, can you see that stripe down the car just here? Can you see that? Let me try and remove some of the snow foam, but not the dirt. That might help. Right, I'm going to try and do another stripe just here. Watch. There we go. Hopefully that stripe is obvious. Will a pressure washer do that without the snow foam? No. Will it do some of it? Yes. This takes it to the next level. That's why we call it detailing. That's what I call it detailing. Ram has coolers in the back, of course. Good morning, David Boyce. How you doing? Welcome back. Good to see you again. We get quite a few regulars on here, which is quite nice. Right, so when you apply a snow foam to the car, don't just press the wash off like I did before just to get the suds off. The water needs to hit every inch of the car. If it doesn't, you haven't removed the dirt. So you need to be really quite methodical at this stage. And you can see that without me even really putting a hand to the car, well, I haven't at all. That door looks pretty clean, doesn't it? What do you reckon? And it's only a snow foam. That's why I use them. You need money, don't we all? But I can't educate you on that one. I'm based in Chicago, Illinois, USA. Alexander, welcome all the way from Chicago. I would like to share that soda water helps break down sugar from bees after hitting them on the windscreen, pre-soaking before. Is that right, Dean? Is that right? I've never heard of that before, but it sounds interesting. I do like learning something new. I'm not sure that I would use soda water. I don't know. I mean, if it works, then why not? I mean, I've even had with water spots, let's say, I needed to remove the water spot, but I was at someone's property and that's not the work that they asked me to do. So I have everything with me. So what I ended up doing was I had to go to the shops that were across the road, and I bought white vinegar to remove water spots. It's not the best one, but it's an acid and it works. What brand of foam are you using? I'm using Dual Auto Care Assault, which is this one, but this is mainly if you're in the UK. So it's Dual Auto Care Assault. They're only UK based. If you want one that is, let's say you're not UK based, then I'll recommend another snow foam. I'm getting a M3 E36. Nice cars. And that's coming from someone that's not a massive BMW fan. I own one, by the way. And technically, my car is BMW, even though it's got a mini badge on it. Right, okay. My grandma used soda water for her alcoholic beverages. I love the banter that we have on here. It makes it all the worth your while coming on here and having this race. Yeah. So this is removing, in some cases, 100% of the dirt. Down here, 70% maybe. So overall, it's doing a good job, and using a slow foam is a good thing. But not all slow foams are built equally. So some of them just don't clean very well. Uh, hello, please reply me. What do you want a response to? Happy to help. Got to 20 likes. So we did. Thank you very much for that. Press James, thank you, Tom. Thank you very much. My, I like to set myself a target, which is 80 likes, because I've never ever had 80 likes before. So if any of you are feeling Christmassy, if you want to give one more gift, please click the subscribe and the like button. And that'll be your Christmas gift to me. And I promise that I'll keep coming back with more and more cars, more and more re-advice, more and more chit chat, because that's what I enjoy doing while I'm working. So if any of you are not really doing much on the morning of the 31st, that is UK time, I might add for all of you that aren't in the UK, I'm going to be here with a Porsche 911. It's not a new one. It's an older one. I'm not sure what year it is, but it's a nice car, and I'll be in with that one. Hot rods and drag racing is not all of US. It's just hillbilly. Is that right? I mean, I love all of that stuff. All those fast cars. Oh, itchy nose today. Got a foam applicator for Christmas. Have never used one. Any tips, things to avoid? A foam applicator, is that for things like wax, Slendy? Before I give any advice, I just want to know, are you going to use a wax with it? Could be a tire shine, I'm not sure. My ex was into drag racing with that button that makes your car stand up. Wow, okay. That must be some kind of like nitrous or something. But I'm sure they gear the cars up ready to do that. As in all the weight at the back, all the power. Maybe someone here will put me wrong. I don't know. Right. Let's see. Tom, thank you very much. He was getting a little bit annoying, wasn't he? GT6 snow foaming is an excellent way to pre-wash those cars. Been doing it for 3 years now. What pressure washer are you using? Yeah, absolutely agree with you. I'm not using anything fancy. It's just a Karcher K5 compact. It's never done me wrong. It's never broken me down. I've got a Karcher K2 as a spare, which I've never had to use. There's more powerful, there's heated ones out there. But you know what? It's just, I just don't need it. I don't need like £1,000 worth of machine. That's all I need. It works great. I grew up in the city of Chicago, lived there for 50 years. Chicago, I've never been there before. But I know nothing about Chicago. Found that soda we don't have time to clean up of lazy people. Right? It's nitrous. That's it, nitrous. The attachment for the pressure washer. What this attachment? This is by MTM SGS MTM SGS 35. Yeah, that's about 80 quid just for the gun itself. And most of you won't need one of this quality, but because of course I do this every single day, I wanted something that will never give up on me. And I've had it for quite a while now. I dread to think how long, but it's never once broken on me. And I guess there's not many moving parts, but it always works very well. You're the only streamer I actually watch a lot. Thank you, Holiday. I really do appreciate that so much. Do you know I've never actually watched anyone live on YouTube before? I'm not even sure how to find it. Have you ever watched cars only wearing boots? No, but I've had an offer for it a few times. Not the kind of business that I'm in, really. I've even had some women say that they want to do it to attract attention to their other businesses. But I did a test the other day on asking a lot of you, would you want me to get in one of those people, one of those women? Forgive me, but this is, I'm just telling you everything that goes on. So there is a lady, a lady, there is a girl, a woman, and she is starting her OnlyFans account. And she asked, can she come onto a live like this? Not to get you to subscribe, but obviously she wants to show off what she does. Ultimately, yeah, of course, you're going to want your money out of your pocket. But when I said that to people, everyone was like, no, I don't subscribe. I thought, yeah, I thought so. 'Cause that's not really the kind of business that I'm running here. But I've had a couple of women ask, can they come on here? Because I know that it's probably about 90% men. Watching from Brazil, Alexandra, no, it's true. It's absolutely true. But I know that the majority, I am not known for that kind of content. You can check any of my content anywhere. But when you've got predominantly, there's probably a lot of men in here, the women are going to want to take advantage of it. If they're looking to grow a business like that. I thought, is it a service that I want to provide? I'll essentially end up being some kind of online, an online PIMP, which is not what I'm about. Chicago, if you've heard of Oprah Winfrey, yes, Michael. Right, yeah, definitely heard of those people. Very, very, very famous. Nearly 3,000 subscribers. Oh, really, Tom? Thank you for letting me know that. I had absolutely no idea that I was nearly at 3,000. So, to all the 176 of you that are here now, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I've nearly hit 3,000, soon to hit 4,000 hours, which means I'm going to be monetized on YouTube, which is just a nice to have. Why not? It's something to aim for. Who brings up Harrison Ford and Chicago? What is there something that I don't know about that? Right, I'm lowering the car. Hopefully, you'll be able to see. Can you see the car slowly getting lower? Is that it? Right, I don't need the arches up anymore to clean on under the arches. Right, okay. Look how red my nose is. The least you can do would be to subscribe, Jay. What is that? Subscribe to the girls that want, or are you telling everyone to subscribe on here? Right, I'm just going to make this all nice and sudsy. So I've got two buckets here. And the reason is, and I'll show you in a second, just want to get some more suds in the bucket. Sorry, people, bear with me a second. Right, so I do use a two bucket wash method. And what I've got is, I've got a load of microfibers in one and absolutely nothing in the other one. So there's a whole bunch of microfibers in there with fresh pH neutral shampoo and nothing in that one. I use a microfiber, goes in there, and then I never use the same one twice. So I don't actually have to wash out the microfibers. Michael's why mats under the tires? Good question. They're from rim mats, and what happens is I put them on there. It raises the tire just a little bit, so when I clean the tires, I can get underneath the bottom, so you don't have to roll the car. And also, when I put tire shine on there, I can get underneath the bottom, so I haven't got to roll the car. So yeah, that's what they're called. They're from a company called Rim Mats, and I use them. 98% of the time. The other little bit of time is if someone's driven in and they actually can't work out what I'm trying to do. I'm like, right, okay, let's just not do that today then. Sometimes a client drives in and they don't give me an opportunity to put those things under there. So, yeah, but up to me, 100% of the time they get used. So, what I'm going to do is clean all the glass and the top half of the car with just the one microfiber. And the reason I'm using one is because there's absolutely no way that I'm going to scratch the paint. After that, I'm going to keep changing the microfibers over. Muriatic acid, we're using pool to helps take all the acid rain spots, even when the alkali. Yeah, that's going to go. When you remove water spots, you do need acid because it breaks down the minerals, which is what a water spot is. Bro, boring. All right, who's boring? Nice car. Are you from the UK? Yes, I am. Did you just call me boring? Gary is an American tragedy. Oh, I don't know what that is all about. Brazil. Hello, all the way to Brazil. Get a lot of people in from Brazil as well. What's the time over in Brazil? I'd love to know what the time is there. I have absolutely no idea, come to think of it. Someone could offer me £1 million. What's the time in Brazil? Like, I don't know. I'm going to guess it's somewhere around 10 hours behind. Which would make that very early in the morning, late at night. No, I don't know. I'm at a loss on that one. Is it not boring? What's about I listened to you and you got BA for what's about I listened to you and got rid of the chamois. All right, cool. What did you buy, BA Fairmont, instead of the chamois? Please tell me you bought a drying towel. Uh, Raphael, I've been called worse. Don't worry about it. I've got a moderator in here as well. If he thinks that someone's being properly nasty, he'll get rid of them. But I always give everyone an opportunity. If sometimes people are just being cheeky, and do you know what? I like it. I don't mind a little bit of cheek. I'm not that much of a sensitive person. Come in, have a joke. And the only people that I want removed instantly is the ones that try and play a joke, but they try and get me to say something racist. They have to go straight away. I don't appreciate that, but you haven't done that. No one's done that in quite a while, actually. But some people have, and I don't know why they would get me to do it because it makes me look bad, makes them look bad. Right, okay, you subscribed. Thank you very much for hitting that subscribe button. It, I'd love some more subscriptions from people, and if you haven't already clicked the like button, all of you, I'd love a like. I hit a new target today, which was I've never had more than 225 people on here on a live. And today, I think it got up to about 270 odd. So now I'm going to have to find out after this live how many that was, set a new target. But I've never had 80 likes before. So that's my target for me and all of you. Right, okay. What's the best single product in your itinerary? Oh, wow. I can't. All right. Machine polisher. The reason it's the machine polisher is because you can go out and buy all your different mitts and brushes and all different things like that, but they won't earn you money. Whereas a machine polisher will cost you 400 quid, let's say. But that means that you can do additional work and it will earn you money. You can charge more for more services. So machine polisher is the one that I would pick there. That was a good question. Challenged me on that one, didn't you? Right, okay. Let's have a look here. Andrea is said how many cities across the country are going to the same as you. It sounds like you're getting into something that I don't truly understand, but I will try my best to understand it. Right, okay, that goes in there. New microfiber. Just kidding, you bought a proper towel. All right, good. I'm glad you did. Have you noticed the difference, BA Fairmont? I hope you have. Big chap, how you doing? Do I play football? No, not at all. Short man, 4'3". Yeah, never heard that one before, John Smith. Try and think of something a little bit more original. Short jokes are done. All you're doing is embarrassing yourself, to be honest with you. Go and try harder. All 181 people are waiting on you. Do you use squeegees on the glass after your final rinse? Never. I don't even own one. The drying towels, which you'll see in the next, I don't know, 10 or so minutes, are so good. I don't use a squeegee, but also the water that I use is filtered about 5 times. Not about 5 times, it is 5 times. And I cannot leave water spots. So with this particular car, I don't actually fully dry it off. I give it back to them still wet. I'm going to turn that round because I've used that side. Let's see. I'm trying to get. I'm taking for the home user, not a commercial question. I'd missed that there. I moved on from detailing to mechanical 5 years. It was. What's the biggest change in the past 5 years? What? Sorry, was that question for me? I don't actually understand the question. The biggest change in the past 5 years of detailing, or was that for someone else? I'm a bit confused on that one. Right, when I get to the bottom of the car, like I am now, the microfiber stays at the bottom of the car because that is going to be the dirtiest part. So I'm going to run this all the way down here, going to get in the arches, and then that is filthy and it doesn't get used again until I've cleaned it. Next microfiber. Essex, yes, I am from Essex. Thank you, Alexander. That's very good of you to answer. Detailing pays good money. It does. I've had weeks where I've done particularly well, but there's also been weeks where you look and you think, this is difficult. I can't believe I didn't get. Oh, you really, BA Fairmont. Well, I'm glad you bought one. Whose drying towel did you buy? As in which brand? They're so much faster, aren't they? I'm glad that you listened and you did that. I'd love to know who. Did you buy the twisted loop one? The twisted loop is also, I'd say, the best out there. But any drying towel over a chamois is going to be a good thing. Any experiences with clay bar? Any tips? Loads of experience. No, I'm not tired. Mehmet, what is that? Yeah, I use the clay bar by Built Hamber. I use their regular clay bar, which is their strongest one. It will mar the surface, which means lightly scratch. Don't be afraid of it because you should only really be using a clay bar if you're going to machine polish afterwards. So the marring is normal. What I would say is I don't use a clay bar until I've done 2 stages of a decontamination first, which means I would use Built Hammer Corosol for the fallout remover, and then a tar and glue remover, one that's plastic safe, I might add. They're very good. And then use the clay bar. 35 likes, let's go. Thank you very much. You're from India. Thank you from all the way from India. Johnny on Bikes, thank you for the subscription. You got Twisted Loop one. How did you know? Twisted Loop is the best, BA Fairmont. From Poland. Hello, all the way to Poland. I wish I knew some Polish, but I don't. Send it for her. Fold the clay often. Yes, need the clay, definitely. Foam gun. Lots of questions today. Would you say is the newest? Would you say it's the newest change in detailing? The newest change in detailing. Mm, a foam gun. I'd probably go with some of the different ceramic coatings that are coming out these days, or even things like paint protection film with different colours. I think that's the kind of thing that has changed the most recently over the past few years. Uh, I'd like to think that the technology in ceramic coatings is getting better, but I don't know that it is. They tried, didn't they, with there's micro diamonds or whatever they call them in the coatings, but that's a load of whatever. Oh, I'll tell you what's good and been around for a while, and I not that I wish I would have got into it, but I wish I'd have had a dabble maybe. But dry ice cleaning, that's really good. That's something that I think more and more people should give a go to. Hello, all the way to Japan. Sorry if I'm missing questions. I am inundated with comments. It's not a complaint. I just can't keep up. All of them cars, they're yours. No, they're not. Just the one of them. I sort of have a windshield PPF. Yeah, I've seen that, Alexander. It looks really interesting, and I wonder what that will be like because I would want to put a protection on there. I use G Technic G1 as a glass protection. So can I do that with a PPF? Has the PPF got it built in? Is it going to be as good? What's the point in the PPF? Will it keep the UV rays out? Will it stop chips in the windscreen? Yes. But is it safer? I don't know. I'm a bit confused on that one, to be honest with you. I'm paint correcting an 84 Chevy C10 with original paint. Couldn't have stumbled upon a better video on this in a minute, Slendy. Cool. How much paint correction have you done in the past? If you need any hints and tips, haven't done many American cars, but I've done a lot of machine polishing. So if you need any help, more than happy to help. No problem at all. Can you see everything? No, I'm not in shot of this. You subscribe. Thank you very much for the subscription. I really do appreciate it. And that's to absolutely every single one of you. Thank you very much for that. What do you think about brand chemical guys? Yeah, they're very good at marketing. I think they're I think they've got too many products and it makes it overcomplicated. I think a lot of people start there, but I don't use any of their products. So it's kind of unfair for me to comment on the chemical guys. Big in America, not so much over here in the UK. Yeah, it's a bit of a funny one. I'm certainly not going to knock them in any way, but I don't use them. And I've never really had anyone say to me, "You've got to use this from the chemical guys." Right, okay, great. Thank you, Andrea Marie. I really do appreciate it. Of- Such a great bunch of people here today. Well, it normally always is, so thank you for that. Right, this is where I'm going to use the big hairy ball brush, and this is going to be for getting into places that a microfiber won't, like this. Where am I located in the UK? I am based in Romford in Essex, in England. Right, so this is great for getting rid of all the little bits of dirt in there, in these areas, but also it's really quite soft, so it won't damage the paint. Hard paint, I like hard paint. It takes longer to correct, but my word, is it easier to get a good finish on? Much, much easier than the soft paints. I remember doing a flat black Fiat 500, and the paint was so soft. I swear, just by looking at it, it scratched. Awful paint to fix. You're in Bristol. You're at Bristol. There's not a lot going on in Bristol, is there? Actually, not, or is there? It's been such a long time since I've been there. I'm sure. Is there an Aviva building there? Massive Aviva building. I used to work for an insurance company and used to have a lot of meetings, and I think it was in Bristol at an Aviva building. How many subs do you have on here? 3,000, I think. Someone just told me. Good to see you, Easy Money. Always good to see you. Another regular. Welcome back. But yeah, I think I've got 3,000 subs on here. Not sure. Uh, right. I think I'm up to speed. If I've missed any questions and comments, please feel free to write it again. I hate missing things. I wanted to know whether just started coming to Australia, and I wasn't sure whether to try them or not. Mm, Over in Australia, I think. Oh, sorry, you can't see everything that I'm doing. Over in Australia, I think you probably got quite a lot of CarPro and Geon. I'm going to imagine. I like CarPro and Geon over there. Australia. You've also got quite a bit of Sonax. So depending on the products that you were looking for, I'd stick to those. But I mean, look, give it a go. You might like something. My brother lives in the Isle of Wight. Is that in Essex? Isle of Wight. Isle of Wight. Isle of Wight. It's not too far away. actually. It's not too far. How do you know that? You live miles away. How did you know that one? How comes you're all the way over there and he's all the way over here? A big fan of Gloss car products. I've never used their, well, no, that's a lie. I used one of their products and I didn't enjoy it. I gave it to someone and he didn't enjoy it. But I'm not going to say it's a bad brand. It's just for that one particular product, unfortunately, I didn't like it. But I know a lot of other people do, and I'd like to test some more of it. Bristol is the town by the sea. Yeah, I think it is actually. Hey, easy money. You see, no, it's a fair. BA Fairmont Channel guys is junk. Oh, we've had them in the US for a while, and it said marketing is way better than the products. I'm glad someone else said it. Right, how much money did it take to speed on this car? I'm not sure what you mean, Rafael. Sorry. Jesus, I don't know what that means. Sorry. Right, okay. Time to get the studs off of the car now. And after this, I'm going to soak the car down with even higher quality water than I've got here. So it definitely won't leave any water spot. In fact, I don't need to today. I know that I don't. I've checked it. But what I would normally do sometimes is add an extra filter onto the partner, and that will get rid of the last little bit of any suspension water spot. But anything under 20 ppm, which is parts per million, I won't get water spots. Now, I know that most of you won't understand exactly what that is, but if you know what hard water means that you've got a lot of minerals in the water. So a water spot is when the water has evaporated, it leaves the minerals behind, and that's where you get water spots from. So the water filters that I use remove all of that. So hence no water spots. There's your science lesson for the day. My favourite brand in Australia is Bowden's. It's an Aussie-made brand. I find it's pretty good. I've never used that one. Never used that one, but in fact, I think I've heard good things about it. I was about to say it's quite expensive, but it shouldn't be expensive there. But to bring it all the way over here to the UK, that would make it expensive. But it's also difficult to find one brand that will do everything for you. You'll never find a problem with the detailer using any chemical guys, maybe just a bucket, that's it. Right, okay. Oh, the bucket's good then, did it actually hold water? How much money did it take you to spend on this car? I'm not spending any money on this car, Rafael. The client is spending it with me. I'm not sure what you're after exactly. After scrubbing, they get dirty again, less than 2 days. Scrub harder? I don't know what you're talking about, Mr. Frosty. Mr. Frosty. I think I'm going to hire a detailer before I get my car reupholstered. What do you think about that idea? You're gonna get one after easy money. I mean, for me personally, I'd say have a go yourself. You might surprise yourself, but that's just it. I enjoy doing this work, so I wouldn't employ someone to do it. But I'm going to assume you also like it because you've been here a few times, 50 times. So have a little crack yourself. Why not? Give it a go. Right, okay. Sound isn't the strongest there, Jay, but I think it's the jet wash. It probably is. And I know I need to get some microphones sorted, so it's on the list along with a number of other things. But thank you for letting me know. It does make a difference. Get the inside done before the upholstery, but outside after. Get the inside done before the upholstery. Inside done before the upholstery. Trying to work that one out. The inside is the upholstery, Andrea. I'm confused on that one. What am I missing? I've definitely missed something. Right, so all of you that were here before at the start and ensure me cleaning the wheels and the tyres, you'll see that these aren't new tyres, but they are looking absolutely jet black. And that's because I clean them properly. So my advice to you is give the tyres a good clean, then it will look better once you put the tyre shine on there. Right, okay. You have 200 people watching this video. I do. It was up at about 270 earlier, which was even more fantastic. Yeah, I've got you. Oh, it's Alexander. Sorry, I'm so confused now. How my brother got to the UK? Ah, right, got it, got it. What happens is I end up having so many conversations with all of you. I ask questions. I forget that I've asked the question. Please forgive me. And then when you answer, I look and I go, "What are they talking about?" But it's me. It, it's me. It's not you. I'm not breaking up with you. Isn't the inside the upholstery? Yes, that's what I was thinking. A couple of months ago, Forensic Detailing showcased a product, wet mirror finish. Went out and tried it. The results were satisfying. Who makes that one? I like those. That guy. I'd love to be able to do something with him. But he doesn't even know my name. We have 30 more likes in the next 10 minutes. Hit Jane. Right, thank you. Right, so we're at 38 likes. My target, my own personal target, is to get to 80 because I've never had 80 likes before. Good dear. Thank you for the heart. I need to leave. Sorry about Raphael. Thank you for being here. Thank you for having the chat. I will be back not tomorrow. I'm having new tires fitted to the car. So unless they do it quickly, I won't be in tomorrow. But if they do it quick, I might have a golf in. So everything is waiting on how quickly do they come round and put the tyres on my car. I don't want to miss any work, but these things happen sometimes. Right, so after this, I'm going to dry the car and I'm going to show you why we use drying towels other than a chamois. Right, okay. It's because I need to get it. Oh, you do. Tom, if you need to take charge with anyone on here, um, please do take no prisoners. Right, Kian is having a good laugh. Hello, Kian. Lovely cars when they are clean. They're lovely cars when they work as well. Is your hello, dear? Is your wash Ferrari also? Don't understand the question. Sorry. Got a truck motorcycle to clean today. Thanks for all the advice and subs. Thank you very much for the subs, Slendy. And I'm glad that you've got even a few little hints and tips and tricks. And good luck with the wash today. Enjoy it. And there will always be more and more hints and tips coming. I like to share everything. FBI agent. Oh, everyone behave. The FBI are here. How are you doing, FBI? Right. The car is clean. Now, technically, I could, if I wanted to, leave the car like that and it won't get water spots. Pretty good, thank you. Pretty good. What PSI is the pressure washer? Henry, I have absolutely no idea, but I'll share which one it is. It's the Karcher K5 Compact. So you'll need to Google it, but I don't know what the PSI is, unfortunately. Right, this is a twisted loop drying towel, and you'll see how easy it is to dry the car in a second. Is there a good way to clean spilt drinks out of low quality Toyota carpet? Um, is it the carpet in the car that you can't remove, or the carpet that you can remove? If you can remove it, just pressure wash it off and leave it in the sun to dry. Otherwise, get yourself a little spot cleaner or a steam cleaner. That's what I would use. I've had one before. You mentioned need cost maintenance. Yeah, absolutely. Is that for one of these? You definitely do. Need a second mortgage for these just to put fuel in it. How much do you charge for the cars? This one's 50 quid because they spend quite a bit of money with me, so they get a little bit better than everyone else. My patience. So thank you for the patient. No problem at all. I'm more than happy to help and talk to all of you. Thank you. Thank you, Dean. Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it. And no need to thank me. I'm thanking you for being here. So thank you very much. But you are welcome. So if you look at the beads on the car, that's water, obviously. And I'm going to show you how much easier it is to use a drying towel, dry the car. Right. Could it get any easier than that? I beg to say no. Look, right, dry part, not so dry. Let me show you. There we go. Now you see the water. Now you don't. Treat yourself to a dry and tell people it's going to make your life a lot easier. Right, okay. Is there a big market for older American classic cars there? Unfortunately, I don't think there is a big market for it. There is a market, not a big one. It's the non-removable. Right, the non-removable carpet, then I would probably look at if you've got a steam cleaner at home, look at one of those. If you've got some kind of extractor, then I would use that. But you're gonna, yeah, the extractor is probably the best idea with an all-purpose cleaner. If you haven't got that and you don't want to use that, then I would spray the all-purpose cleaner down and get some microfibers in there. I would scrub with a brush, use the microfibers to soak it up, but an extractor is going to be your best bet for that one. For carpet with drinks, put a cotton towel down and steam it, and then dab the towel with a brush. Yeah, anything basically to soak it up. So also a good idea. Yes. See, I learned new things with you guys. There's a trick that I've never thought of before, but I guess sometimes because I don't use those tricks, I don't know them, but it's great to know that now I've got an extra trick to give someone else. So thank you for that, Alexander. That helps. Is yours education point? I'm just not going to answer your questions anymore. It's all about money. Uh, Forget the money. It's not what we're here to talk about. We're not here to talk about money. And don't you know, British people don't talk about money. Yeah, thank you, Tom. If you need to get rid, I'm more than happy. Unless education point. Just no one here wants to talk money other than you. Thank you for that, Tom. Right. I've used compressed air to dry cars with great success. Right, here we go. Compressed air. I've got a Tornador right here. Ta-da! Here's one I made earlier. So yeah, compressed air really helps. So if I put this in here, yep, it works really well. I'm just not going to that level of drying with this car today. Maybe I will in a second. Maybe. But at the moment, don't really need to because the water that I'm using won't be water spots, which a lot of you have been hanging around already, and you know the reasons why. Uh, okay, chemical guys make that product wet mirror finish. Oh, they do it. Wet mirror finish. Is that some kind of wax then, David? Is that what it is? Uh, I really like that guy. What is it, John at Forensic Detailing? When I started to get into it, however many years ago, I learned about a lot of different products that I didn't know from him. Then over the years, I've just been testing more and more, found out the ones that I do like. And some of his tests, I'm a bit like, I'm not sure about that. And some of the products that actually he does recommend, I've looked at and I've tried, and they haven't worked for me. But it's one of those things that it might work for him, but it doesn't work for me, and it won't work for you. I don't know why it works out that way, but it does. It's a glaze. Ah, yes, a glaze. I never use a glaze. I find that it's cheating. The only people that ask me to use a glaze are car traders to hide scratches. So I have got one, but I'm not doing any work with that trader anymore. They didn't want to spend the money. They're a bit too tight. I was using them, or they were using me for quite a long time. And I bought a glaze to use on their cars. And now I've got a glaze that I don't use. It's by Poor Boys. It's called Poor Boys Black Hole. It's fantastic. So I'm surprised that he picked another one because I know that he really likes that glaze. Ford Sedan has a smoked up roof liner. How do I clean that? Quitting smoking in a few days. It's a cheap Fiesta, cheap on gas. Right. To remove that from a headliner is difficult for a number of reasons. You can't put a heavy chemical on there because there's adhesive there, and you don't want to ruin the adhesive. You can't put heat on there for the exact same reason. So you've got to do it by hand. I would use an all-purpose cleaner. I would spray it directly onto a brush. Don't soak it too much. And I would scrub. And I would use a microfiber to get it off. But otherwise, that's horrible work. And good luck with it. Andrea, but it's difficult, very difficult with headliners because, like I say, you can't use excess heat. You can't use strong chemicals because you'll end up with a saggy roof lining. Uh, someone's going to say something nasty there. And yeah, you can't use the chemicals, you can't use the heat. So it's all got to be done very slowly by hand. There we go. Are you using deionized water, no minerals? One, easy money. Yes, I absolutely 100% am. I found a time saver with the wet floor afterwards using microfiber with a light to medium weight to support the soak up solution. Remember, we like to multitask. Yeah, we do. I don't really do much multitasking other than when I'm live talking to you and doing the car. I do forget things. It's happened before. Right, Elijah, I'm off now. Thank you very much, Tom, for being here. Thank you for keeping a couple of behinds when they needed it. I really, I appreciate you stepping up to the plate there. So have a good day, and I'm sure I'll see you again very soon. So thank you for that, Tom. Much appreciated. Is there a good way to clean the old wood in the back of an old Ute pickup? Wood? Not my forte, unfortunately. I wouldn't know where to start with the wood. So if anyone else on here, plus I'm not sure on American cars, so I'm not sure what the wood is or anything like that. Uh, yeah, I wouldn't want to give you the wrong advice on that one, to be honest with you. But if someone else on here knows what they would do, sorry, I thought you could see me, but you can't. Yeah, so if someone else on here knows what they would do with that kind of um, wood, then I'd appreciate the help as well. Right, okay. What I'm going to do is I am going to use a compressed air and I am going to use this from Fallen Angel. It's another small microfiber, but small but mighty. So for those little bits where I can pressure wash, where I can use forced air to get rid of more water, this is what I'm going to use to soak it up with. Is right, is polishing without a machine worth it, or is it better to get a machine? BA Fairmont, 100% machine. Put it this way, you might be a big strong man, but you're not as good as a machine, and you are not going to last as long. So, yeah, you'll get better results and faster results with a machine. So I would definitely advise treating yourself to one. And you don't have to spend any fortunes. You could spend, so I know that you're not in the UK, are you? But about 100 quid, which is not a lot of money, to get you a decent one. How to clean if I throw in into vents? If you threw in a vent to get rid of smells, I would use steam. And if you haven't got a steamer, I would use like an all-purpose cleaner to clean the surface, but then also use a what is it called? An enzyme cleaner. Enzyme cleaners are great for getting rid of smells, but that's not on hard surfaces or leather. That's things like carpets. So hopefully that helps. Right, right. Spray all-purpose cleaner directly onto the road. Yeah, a low power DA on a roof lining. That's brave. I'm going to let you deal with that one. I wouldn't do it if I've read that right. Jay, do you also use a sprayer to support sanitizer in the car air filter? I'm not sure I understand the question. Let me read that again. Do you also use a sprayer to support sanitizer in the if it's in the vent, it's really difficult, and I put a steamer through there. But some of those, what they call aircon bombs, you can try those because the thing is with the enzyme cleaner is it doesn't go on plastics, and to clean those vents, to clean the car of smells, is one of the hardest jobs because you can't get to everything. Those tyres look great. How much do I charge? This one I charge them 50 quid. But they spend regularly with me, and they've spent for nearly 2 years. So yeah, they get a decent deal. Air filter under the dash. The thing is, if you can change the air filter, if you know that the air filter fits, then I'd say change the air filter for the sheer fact it could be a really cheap and easy fix for you. Right, okay. If I were to clean wood, I'd appreciate rinseless. That's a good point. Rinseless. Things with wood, yeah, I never know what state it's in, but you make a good point there. Rinseless, which I don't really use too often at all. Right, so just so all of you guys know, I've done the interior on this car, so I won't be doing that live. Also, I don't have a lot more to do on here, so what I'm going to do is do a bit more dry and do the window, and the tyre shine that I put on not long ago is still working well, so I don't need to put any tyre shine on there. So I am very, very nearly done. So if any of you have got any questions or just want to have a chit chat, let's chat right now. And the bomb just took me back to 2010. Is that the aircon bomb? It's $100 for 20. I think yeah, what you guys charge over there compared to me is completely different. I know that I'm not expensive, and in fact, people have said put the prices up, but I know what I'm trying to achieve, and it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Right, okay. I'm looking at getting an extractor vacuum. Any suggestions? Yes, extractor. I mean, the one that I use is a George. It's that one over there. It works really well. The things I don't like about it, the nozzle that you use doesn't fit into tight areas. Really annoying. If you've got a brand over there called Bizzle, and I think it's spelled Bissel or double L. Now, even though I've reached out to them to do a collaboration, I wanted to give away one of their machines and do a whole live and tell everyone about it. They weren't up for it. I was like, in my head, I'm thinking, are you nuts? I've got about 45, 50,000 followers, all car related. I'm going to be using your kit in loads of my videos, and they didn't want to do a collaboration with me. And I know this might sound a little bit arrogant, but I think that was a mistake. I've got a lot of followers that they need access to. Anyway, even without doing a collaboration with them, look at the Bizzle. They've got one that is also a steamer and an extractor. It's brilliant. It must be new out with them. That's the one that I would go for. Right, for odors, look up. Don't know what that is, Alexander, but that sounds interesting to me. Wish we lived closer. Yeah, you are quite far away, aren't you, Andrea? Do you offer subscription to your service? I'm asking for a loyal customer as a discount for over a full year. Um, a discount, sorry, a subscription for the online stuff or subscription for bringing the cars in? Um, because there isn't a subscription for bringing the cars in, actually. It's something that I've thought about because I'm going to make some changes soon, but I don't have that. But I do have subscription on TikTok. But I am thinking about doing more with that as well. What I want to run is a subscription service where I give more people that want more help with detailing, more individual help on individual lives in the future. So I'm not sure which one of those it is. Hopefully, I've covered what you're asking. I'm not sure. But thank you for asking. You reminded me that I need to think about that. Right, okay. Uh, yes, Dean. Uh, BA Fairmont, no problem at all. No problem at all. Let me know if you buy one. I haven't got one, but they look interesting to me and I want one. It's just the fact that I don't get a lot of that kind of work. So do I need to invest in another 250 quid into it when I've already got one? Not really. So that's why I haven't bought one myself, but I am tempted by it. Whatever extractor you get, only hold the water moving nozzle backwards, uh, back, not forward. Yeah. Are you talking about because it will ruffle the carpet, Alexander? But also, when you use those, there's some cars that I won't use them on, and that will be your older classics. For the sheer fact, if you've got carpet that's compromised, you could really do some damage. I had a Mercedes 450 SL in, I don't know, 3 weeks ago or something. And he wanted me to do the back seats. And I looked, I was like, the foam underneath the seats is shot to pieces. There's absolutely no way that I'm putting an extractor on those seats to clean them. It needs to be pulled apart and refurbished. Just remember that those extractors are really powerful and they're going to soak through. And if you can't soak up all of that water, you might have another problem on your hands, mold. Okay. Yeah, not every car I would recommend using an extractor on. Andrea, I thank you for that one. If everyone would hit the like button, that would be great. I'm not going to hit the target today of 80, but I am more than happy. So thank you everyone for being here today. I've loved having a chat with everyone. It's been fantastic. Hey, Jilly from Massachusetts. Hello, Jilly from Massachusetts. Curious why you choose that air tip. Do you know what? I've got another one over here. There's an orange one just over there, just above it. That one I use for cleaning pads. This one is quite violent for cleaning out like dust and getting rid of water from certain places. So if you look at this, it spins round. Let me show you very, very quickly. So it is quite violent. And I use that because it pushes the water out of lots of different areas. And it's just good. I could use either. It's just that this is the one that's on there at the moment. But for cleaning carpets and getting rid of dust, cleaning air vents, this thing's fantastic. So that's why I use it quite often. If I try and show you here exactly what happens. I want to point the water towards you guys and let's see if you can see if the camera picks it up. Did the camera pick that up? I'm not sure it did. You're from Brazil. Hello, all the way to Brazil. Welcome aboard. It adds extra water because the spray nozzle is behind the vacuum. Yes. And if you spray the water while going forward, it doesn't get vacuumed. Yeah, good point. And you're just adding water to the mess. Yeah, Alexander, you're absolutely right on that one. Totally right. I didn't see. I've got a logical mind, but my brain went elsewhere with that one. Yeah, you're absolutely right. There are different ways of using it. I've had to adjust because of the nozzle on my the nozzle is the one that I'm really tempted by. So a car that has 350,000 miles and is 20 years old would be no good for the extractor vacuum. Uh, it sounds like the driver's seat might not be, but look, this Merc definitely not. Your car could be absolutely fine if it's a seat that's never really been sat in and it's not compromised and it's lived a garage life, which that one certainly hasn't with all those miles. Then that would be no good. But to be honest with you, unless I can actually see it and put my hands on it myself, I wouldn't be able to answer that question. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to say for that one, you're going to need to check it and be done. But if you feel like that these seats have been compromised in terms of quality compared to what they are now in terms of what they were, then that's up to you. But not all cars should have it. Right, okay, so let me see. What was black and white lines? See what that's say. It gets all the angles of a crevice. What this? It does do good. Uh, it didn't know that it did that in the centre. Yeah, it's just a little straw that spins round and round, and it's called a tornador. And to clean it, you put it in a bucket and clean it. So I know you can't see that right now, but yeah, all you do is it's pneumatic, so it doesn't matter if it gets wet. Right, okay. So what I need to do now is the windows. And after I've done the windows, I'm out of here. The blower gun, yeah, and it's called a Tornador. It's called a Tornador Z007. Please don't ask me why they've called it after James Bond 007. What a mistake. I'm pretty sure that they've cornered that market, but hey, they've called it a Z007. And I wish I'd have bought it years ago. It was an absolute game changer for doing interiors. Boring is coming out. Boring is coming out of the foam into the fabric and staining it. That doesn't sound good. Steam the seat with a lot of good steam. Yes, steaming seats is good. Name a car for an edit. I get this a hell of a lot. Aston Martin DB7. What does that mean? Will someone tell me what that means? Double tap the screen to like, oh, did double tapping the screen do that? Andrea, I didn't know that you could double tap. I thought people actually had to go and click a button. Like, yeah, they've called it a Z007. Why have they called it that? It is laughable, isn't it? Yeah, that really bugs me that they've called it a Z007. Come on, like they've never heard of James Bond before. Right, okay. Now I've done the interior glass. I did that when I did the interior. But yeah, thank you, Andrea. I didn't know that double tapping the screen means that people like my stuff, but thank you for that. I've learned something new. I have to use a Tornador with a product bottle attachment. Yeah, I've never used it with the bottle because, of course, my one doesn't have it. So, was there something on the inside I needed to get rid of? No, no, there isn't. Or is there? Nope, that's on the outside. Yeah, I've never used it with a bottle attachment. Mine's a lot more simple than that. It's a very basic one, but still has the same power. It's the golden gun. Right. We talking James Bond here, I feel. Yes, a double tap. Thank you for that one. Yeah, if people were enjoying being here, I'd love a double tap. Even more, I'd love a subscription. It doesn't cost anything. It's Christmas. So if you're feeling like you want to give a little YouTuber little Christmas gift, then a like and a subscribe would be all he's asking for this Christmas. Just gone. I was talking about old seats. Boring is the rusty stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Is that a chemical of some kind then? But it doesn't sound good, does it, coming through on those old poor seats? Boron is a flame retardant. Ooh, right. I see. I didn't know that one. See, I've learned something. I've learned a few things here today. It's rare that I learn something once but twice on a day because no one offers that much information before. That's really quite in depth, and I like that. So thank you for that one. Not that I'm saying I know everything. I definitely don't, but I've seen most things after doing this every day for years. I've never heard of that one, so I appreciate that. I like learning. Next time someone mentions it, I will know what they're talking about. I don't know what to do with the information, but I'll know what they're talking about. Right. I like to make sure that that little camera is as clean as it can possibly be because that bugs me when they're dirty. Beck, no, I don't. This is not my car. I don't have a Range Rover. I don't have a Range Rover. I have a Range Rover in to clean, but that Mini is mine. There is a boat under there, and for any of you that can see it, under that little thing there is an Aston Martin DB7. No, it's not my car. detailing is my business, so I get new cars in all the time, different cars, I should say. And I'm not going to be in tomorrow. Possibly I will be, but I'd rather say I'm not going to be in, other than tell you that I will be live and I won't. But there is a golf coming in that I need to spend a bit of time on that's filthy. Might be tomorrow if I get my tyres done quickly. If not, then I don't know what day it will be, but could be New Year's Day, to be honest with you. Uh, if not, then I don't know. But the 31st, so New Year's Eve, I will be doing a Porsche 911. I want to try and do the interior off of the live or offline, and then I'm going to do the exterior live to share with all of you. Your favorite German car? What's that? The Mini? No, you must be talking about the Porsche. It's not a new Porsche, but it's one of my favorites. So I'm going to enjoy doing that one. It's been in here a couple of times, but I've never been live on YouTube with that one before. I've been live on TikTok with it before, but never live on YouTube with it. So I like getting something new in. Is Aston Martin a nice car? My sister-in-law has one. Andrea, the Aston Martin is a nice car, but being I think it's a 1996 car. It, um, it's showing signs of age, and I wouldn't, I wouldn't want to own it if I'm being completely honest with you. I think it looks great, but when you start an Aston Martin, you want that vroom when you start it up. That was my best sound of an engine. Uh, yeah, it doesn't give me that. So I feel cheated. It starts up and it sounds like a Golf GTI. There you go. I like Golfs. That's what it sounds like. And if I could start it right now, I could. I would, sorry. But the battery is, well, basically flat, let's just say. Your answer to what's an edit is above. Be a fair one. Edits are hard to explain, but if you have time, instead of me explaining, I've been watching a guy, well, have a look at some of his videos and you'll get the idea. All right, cool. I will do that. Volk. Yeah, I'm so confused because I get asked for edits constantly on here, on other platforms, and I have absolutely no idea what it is. What about old Jaguars? Old Jaguars. Have I had any old Jag? Look, if we're talking, mm, what is it called? An E-type. My God, they're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I was supposed to have one in, but something's happened to the car. I'm not sure if it needs to be repaired. So yeah, I won't be doing that Jag for a while. But otherwise, old Jags, yeah, I like those. I think they're fantastic cars. Hers is a fast or a sports car. Yeah, that one's not fast. But if it's something like a DB12, Andrea, then she's done absolutely fantastically well, and good luck to her. I think they're fantastic cars. I like Aston Martin. I just don't want to own that one. Right, okay. Chud, love that sound. Your view on a new branding of Jaguar, Amir. In their adverts, you'd never know that they were a car company, so I don't know what they were going for. And I watched someone talk about it, who is a marketing expert, and I listened to what he said. And to be honest with you, I just didn't agree with him. I think it was a mistake. Does Jaguar care what I think? Absolutely not. But they should care what their audience thinks. Just subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for the subscription, Thor's Squad. Being a fellow detailer, thank you, even better. I've less experience because I'm an expert in irrigation. Detailing is a hobby. Well, thank you for that. I really do appreciate that. And it sounds like you're good at cleaning. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. No problem at all, Amir. No problem. I don't know many people care what I think about that. It's pretty awkward what Jaguar did. Yeah, awkward is a good word for it. Right, this car is finished. Let me show you the interior. They're having a Bud Light moment. Yes, they are, and it's going to cost them dearly. But this guy that's the marketing expert still wants to buy a Jaguar, and I'm thinking, really, you of all people agree with what they've done? But he is fantastic. But yeah, you can see the interior is done. I'm not just blagging. But yeah, it's all nice and clean. The back's done as well. So now I need to do a couple of bits, get this car back to the owner, which is just next door. which is why they come in every week. And then that is it. I'm going to go home and relax and have some lunch. Get too much water on the fabric seat, the foam releases the flame retardant. You have to wipe it with a towel for a while. The boring is how you get the cigarette burns instead of. Right, Alexander, thank you. I understand that. That's really useful information. So thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. On atrocious for a troubled company because their sales have struggled 5, 6. Yeah, I'm not. He was talking about that struggle, and I wish I could remember exactly what he said. It was quite interesting, so I'll have to watch it again and come back to you guys with that. I can't even remember his name, but he's on TikTok and he's a marketing specialist. Watch his videos. He's an older Englishman, very well spoken, funny hair all over the place. Really, really good. Thank you, Beck. I really do appreciate it. Right. Before there's any more questions and comments, as much as I love it, and I hate to cut off that many people, but I haven't had any lunch. I'm starving hungry. I'm wasting away here. The Range Rover's done. I need to get it back to the client, and I'm going to be back, if not tomorrow, on the 31st. Don't forget to check out Volk. I'm going to take a screen grab. So that means I'm going to check it out now because I'm going to look at the pictures afterwards and do that. So thank you for that one. I definitely will check it out. Enjoy lunch. I will do. And Gary, thank you very much. Take some flu medicine. I don't need any. I've just got a red nose because it's so damn cold in here. It's 6 degrees at the minute. But thank you nonetheless for taking care of me. But yeah, I'm going to click the button now to go. Thank you very much. I'm going to be back on the 31st with the pulse. Hopefully, see you all here and enjoy the rest of your day and see you soon. Thank you so much for being here. Talk to you soon. Bye bye. See you soon.